Hello guys, Mr. Fluffy Pants here, and today guys another video, and today guys we're reviewing Wonder Woman 1984, which was released on Christmas Day, either in theaters or you can watch it on HBO Max like I did, but this first part's going to be non-spoilers, and then you can check the description for the time where the spoiler section begins, but yeah, so first of all, Wonder Woman 1984, I would even say is a better movie than the first one. Like I say, this is definitely one of those sequels which is better than the first one, but it's better for different reasons than you may think. Like this movie's just I would just say so much different like in spirit than the first one, but it feels like a natural continuation of the first one. And you know, just whatever Patty Jenkins was trying to do here is just or you know, she did end up doing it because like this is just amazing, but at some points this movie kind of feels like a parody of 80s movies, and I don't know if that was intentional, like especially like near the beginning, like it almost feels like a parody, which like I said, I'm not sure if that was the whole objective there, but this movie's just honestly great. First of all, visually wise, this is probably one of the best DC movies visually wise. Like, holy crap, like there's just so much color and just so much unique looking stuff in this movie. Like, first of all, just like the advertising stuff, like posters and stuff is just amazing. And you know, even the characters in the movie, like Pedro Pascal is easily one of my favorite actors now. Like, you know, I loved him in Mandalorian, and like he's just so fantastic in this. Like his villain Max Lord is just such a unique comic book villain that I don't think we've ever seen anything really like him. And just the way that Pedro Pascal you know, really you know, portrays him is just amazing. And like the way his power works, which I'm not going to say, you know, exactly what his powers are, but the way they work is just so interesting. And at first it's a little confusing, but once you understand it, you'll be like, oh yeah, that actually is pretty cool. And you know, Kristen Wiig's Cheetah, she's kind of interesting for me. I know a lot of people say she just kind of feels thrown in, which yeah, I can kind of see that, but I don't know, I really liked her character. The only thing I have a problem with is, you know, her character kind of flips really quick, and you know, that's a problem with a lot of villains that are kind of set up the same way. But you know, overall though, I did enjoy her character, and you know, Wonder Woman's awesome as always, and there's a couple great action scenes in this movie, and you know, this ain't a spoiler because you know it was in the trailers, but Steve Trevor's back, and you know, he's great as always. And the theory that I had how he would come back and did end up being true. We'll get into that more later, but just all the scenes from you know, with him and Wonder Woman, it was just awesome. Like you know, their relationship, and you know, some of the stuff that happens later in the movie is just great. Overall, though, I say Wonder Woman 1984 is a worthy sequel, and even I would say better, and for different reasons too. Like you know, the first Wonder Woman, that third act's kind of slow or whatnot. The way that this Wonder Woman resolved the third act, and you can definitely tell that she changed over, you know, since World War One, which I think is kind of cool. But this movie's just honestly awesome, and I'll probably give this movie, I'm gonna give it a 9.2 out of 10. I'm probably got to rewatch it again, but honestly though, this movie's just great. But now we're going to be getting into the spoiler section, so if you haven't guys watched it, or you guys haven't watched it yet, you know, you should probably go watch it, or if you just don't care, I guess you can stay around, but, okay, but first I'll start with the spoilers. I kind of want to talk about, you know, Steve Trevor coming back, which the whole MacGuffin of this movie is this magical stone, which grants the user one wish, but it's honestly kind of like, they describe, or this is how Diana and Steve describe throughout the movie, it's pretty much the monkey's paw, if you ever read that story. I think that's Edgar Allan Poe, but pretty much it takes as much as it gives, so it's kind of like, yeah, you get your wish, but you know, there's a little twist about it. And when Maxwell Lord, you know, his wish is, I want to become the stone itself. You know, that's how he kind of gets his powers. He gets to become the stone, but I'm pretty sure like the thing with him is that, you know, the stone also kind of like controls him and like manipulates him, which is interesting. And, like, for Diana, whenever, you know, Steve Trevor comes back, which my theory was correct about it. I don't think I ever did, like, a theory video on my channel, but how Steve Trevor's back in another person's body. But for Diana, she just sees Steve, but, you know, for everybody else, it's a different person, which is very interesting. For her, you know, it starts taking away her power. And then for, like, Dr. Minerva, you know, Cheetah, whenever, you know, she gets to be like Diana, but, you know, I guess she, like, loses everybody at first, but, you know, at the end, she turns into, like, this cheetah monster, like, really weird, but Like I said, most interesting thing for this movie, and definitely unique, is definitely, like I said, Maxwell Lord's powers. Like, it's just so interesting how, he kind of has to manipulate people. And since he's actually the stone itself, he gets to choose what he takes from people, which at first I thought it was a little hard to understand, because, like, when he went to Saudi for that oil guy, at the end, he's just like, okay, I'm taking your armed guards. And I'm like, why are you just going to let him do that? But he gets to choose what he takes or whatnot, which, and also, like, holy crap, this, once Maxwell Lord starts meddling with all this, like, holy crap, that has a scary world to live in. There's, like, riots everywhere, and, like, especially at the end where the nukes were being launched, like, holy crap, you can just feel the tension. Honestly, I haven't felt tension like that in a comic book movie in a really long time. Like, holy crap, that was just, like, amazing how they were able to portray that. But I guess we'll also talk about, how the stone is apparently from some god which interacted with, other ancient civilizations, and that's why they vanished without trace, like, the Mayans or Rome in its final days, which is interesting. And you either have to renounce your wish or, I think, destroy the stone or something like that. So, Maxwell Lord, he, like, hijacks the president's, I don't even know what it's called, but it's pretty much like a broadcast system which goes to all the TVs or whatnot. And he's like, get people to make wishes, and, he's growing more powerful. And also, Pedro Pascal, like I said, just awesome actor. Like, the way he's able to portray, the ensuing insanity as the movie goes on, and also, the weaker he gets and whatnot, the pain and whatnot, especially at the end with his son, like, holy crap. And also that earlier scene when he asks his son to make a wish, and his son's like, I just wish for you to do better, or wish for you to be happy, daddy. And, like, I was like, oh my god. And then, at the end when Wonder Woman tries to plead to him, she's got, like, the lasso of truth, and she's broadcasting all over the world. She's like, well, you can be the hero. I mean, you can renounce your wish. And he's like, oh, why are you telling me? She's like, I'm not. I'm telling the whole world or whatnot. And, then Maxwell Lord kind of sees that, his son, needs him in that moment. And, his son kind of wishes, I wish Daddy would come back. And then, Maxwell Lord kind of snaps out of it. He's like, I renounce my wish. And, everything kind of goes back to normal. And also, I forgot to tell you, how Wonder Woman, renounces her wish earlier about Steve Trevor and gains her powers back, that was really, heart-wrenching too. But, when Max Lord meets back up with his son, also you kind of see, like, a flashback of Max Lord, which kind of does make him a sympathetic villain. But I would definitely say he's not really a villain. He was really manipulated by the villain. But that's kind of my thing. Like, he's easily my favorite character in this movie. But he meets back up with his son. He's like, it's not that wish that brought me back. I came back because I love you. And I was like, oh my god, that's just so powerful right there. And also, the whole backstory of Styria, I think her name is, the Amazonian that held back the rest of the world. So, the rest of the Themyscira or Amazons could, hide away in Themyscira, with that gold armor, which we seen in all the trailers, which I was wondering about, which is awesome. And also that post-credit scene, which has, I forgot her name, but the Linda Carter, as the original Wonder Woman, she turned out to be Asteria, and she survived, that whole conflict or whatnot, which is awesome. And also Wonder Woman Cheetah's fight, I thought was well choreographed, especially with, Wonder Woman slinging around the lasso and Cheetah swinging around on a lot of electrical wires. Like, that was pretty creative, I would say. But Cheetah does look a little weird, like, in the face area, but I think it could have been a lot worse, honestly. Then again, it might just because it's in the dark, but... And also that one scene earlier when, Steve and Diana steal the plane from the Smithsonian, which just happens, to be completely working and has fuel in it and all that. Yeah, whatever. But, she turns it invisible, which, is the invisible jet. She's like, my father turned the mascara invisible. I turned a coffee mug invisible once, lost it. Why can't I do a plane? And she ends up doing it. And it just happens to be on the 4th of July, so there's all these fireworks going up. And, they're driving through the fireworks, and it's just so amazing. And Steve's like, he starts telling her why he loves to fly, how, it's simple, really. just a bunch of air currents and whatnot, and that kind of goes into later when Wonder Woman straight up learns to fly. I would really say it's like flying. I would say it's a combination of flying and falling with style. But it is very interesting how they portray it. A little green screeny at times, but honestly, it is pretty amazing, especially with that music swelling. She starts to lasso or swinging off the lightning, which is cool too. But like I said, this movie's definitely very creatively distinct than any other DC movie, and honestly, really any other comic book movie I've seen in a while. Like, visually and, like, creatively, like, I love, like, the main villain, Max Luthor. He's just so awesome, and, visually, this movie's just stunning, like, holy crap. And, there even is some fun comedy in there, and honestly, just the way the movie's set up, it's just amazing, honestly. Like I said, I'm gonna give this movie a 9.2 out of 10. Like, I absolutely love this movie. Definitely gonna require some rewatches, but awesome. Only thing I can really say is maybe it's a little too long. Like, there is some stuff that could probably be cut out in there, but like I said, I just absolutely love this movie. 9.2 out of 10. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about this movie down below. Did you guys enjoy it as much as I did, or did you not like it as much as the first one? But check out my Twitter and Discord. Link in the description. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some other videos. I'll see you guys later. Bye.